Hello everyone, today we're gonna do the second and final round of the Quack Cup 1 Division 1 Finals. So the last match of this second round finished today, and so I decided to go ahead and cover the whole second round. As you might know, or maybe you don't know, maybe this is the first time in this channel, I already covered the first round of this Quack Cup. If you don't know, there's 5 finalists that made it in this tournament, and instead of having an elimination stage, they did like a round robin setting. So it's like they all play against each other over 2 rounds over different maps, and whoever gets the most wins or points ends up winning, becomes the number 1 and wins the tournament and is crowned the winner of the tournament. And the Quack Cup is different from other cups, which are more standard, so to say. Quack Cup is very experimental, and this one is high funds. I wanted to go over just really quickly the points from the last one, from the first round. And so just a reminder, there were 5 players, but our player data shifter just kind of became absent, so they dropped out in the first turn, and so they all kind of got a win from there. And the same thing is going to happen in this second round, so I just marked all of data shifter as all losses, and so they all get a win. And there were 3 matches. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there were 3 matches on the other round. If we don't count data shifter, because that leaves us with these 4 players: JTQWN, Sif, Rip, and deadfs. So we had 3 matches, and from those 3, the 3 that won were deadfs, Rip, and Sif, leaving JTQWN as the only one without a win from that first round. And so in our second round and our last round of this finals, we're gonna have deadfs versus Sif, Rip versus deadfs, and JTQWN versus Rip. So just the one last match for JTQWN to try to get a win. I think though, because JTQWN lost the first 2 matches, I do think he might be kind of out, so I don't think he'll be able to get first place. But you always gotta try. So we got 1 from JTQWN, 2 from Rip, and 2 from deadfs, and 1 from Sif. So pretty much the 3 front runners here are gonna be Rip, deadfs, and Sif to try to get the first place. Let's start with JTQWN versus Rip. Okay, first off, let's talk about the map a little bit. So this is Quack, right? Quack is experimental, very how do you say, unorthodox or whatever. Just not your casual map, let's say. And so let's just take our casual look at the map. We got our let's see, we got a pre-owned comm tower, and then there's another one right here, so pretty much a 2-tower map, of which one can't be flipped. It is a mixed base, so you have this setup right here, this 2 base in the corner, and then if we're a brown desert, if we're, for example, here Rip brown desert, you got your 2 base, you got a 1 base 2 airport in this other corner, and then you have this setup right here of 2 bases and a port, like a defensive port. I guess you could make a lander or something, but you'd probably mostly use it to like make a, carrier or battleship or something. So yeah, 2 bases, 1 base, 2 airports, and 2 bases. So they're all pretty strong. This against the 2 base, 1 port, 1 base, 2 airports, and 2 bases. Don't mind this brown base because it's gonna get captured as part of the FTA. But they're all pretty strong. You have 2 bases, 2 bases, 2 bases, 2 bases, and 1 base, 2 airports. So there isn't really like a single base, like a very weak point in this map, so to speak. Maybe the weakest would be maybe this one, but I'm not even that sure because there's these river tiles, so, and all this defensive terrain, and you got the double airport, so it's still kind of far from other bases. You can still kind of rescue that base with the 2 base right here. So I would expect to see a lot of units. There's definitely a lot of points where these armies will clash. So for example, you know, this 2 base can join with this one. Maybe, you know, because of these tiles, these C tiles is kind of splitting, but maybe you can join over here and then maybe go this way or this way. Maybe this base can join with this setup right here over here and try to push over here towards the center. Or maybe this 2 base can try to join somehow this way with this 2 base right here and try to go either towards the middle or towards this area right here. So definitely a lot of stuff. We can see fronts kind of like all over the place for sure. And so far it looks like a normal map. We also have the, you know, we have the labs, so we have 2 per player. So it's gonna be a bit harder to maybe win by a HQ/lab cap. But the thing with this map, which makes it quacky, which the map is called Mechanisms, there's a little hint, is the fact that infantry are banned on this map. Yeah, you can't make infantry. You can't make infantry. So what do? The only way to capture stuff is going to be with mechs. That's why the name of the map, Mechanisms. You do start with a few infantry, so you start with 3 infantry per player. They all get 3 infantry, so you know, they're probably very useful to get certain maybe capture chains. Maybe you go here, and then you go 3, you go here. I don't know, like certain distances that might be 3 or 6 tiles away. It might be very useful. Be very useful to use the infantry for, but anything else besides those 3 starting infantry, everything else that you make to capture are gonna be mechs. So we're gonna see a lot of mechs. Now, this is a tier 4 match, and there's a lot of options. You also have, you know, I guess you could go with Cole or Adder or Sammy. I would assume that Sammy is kind of like the best pick, because if you're gonna be spamming mechs, like you're just gonna have a ton of mechs. It's gonna be really tough to deal with them with any other CO. And you know, apparently here Rip and JTQWN thought the same thing, so they both went with Sammy. So we have a Sammy mirror. I think we can just get right into this match. I might remember something later on, as I usually do, and talk about it later. So let's just get right into it, I think. So we start off with JTQWN as player 1. It's gonna start capturing a few things. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, they start with this like T-copter infantry. It's just a random thing of this wacky map, wacky quacky map. It is gonna be very useful to get this airport right here. Although you do start with a pre-owned, so you could make a T-copter anyways. So I guess it can be pretty important where they send that initial infantry with the T-copter. It looks like JTQWN is gonna go for this city. There we go, another mech, another T-copter. This mech is gonna try to go there, and this infantry from Rip is gonna go here. So already a pretty big difference in the capture, because JTQWN went for this one, which would be this one, and Rip decided to go for this one, which would be this one. It's gonna, oh look at that, nice little boosty there for the mech to get to the city in 2 turns instead of 3. And yeah, get ready, because we're gonna start to see a lot of mechs. I got that little chain there with the infantry. I would assume Rip was gonna do the same thing. Yeah, same here, like the infantry goes to this one, then the mech goes to this one. There isn't a lot of chains for the mechs. I mean, you got these double cities here, and that's it. There isn't any more chains. But the infantry definitely can have, I mean, has this chain and, I don't know, maybe this one? I guess there isn't that many for the infantry either. So Rip is going to go for the airport. We're starting to see a lot of mechs. Okay, more ferrying of mechs into these cities right here. Let's see where this infantry from Rip decides to go. Oh, it's probably gonna try to go for this city right here. These three starting infantry are probably so important for this to just like snag these cities, certain contested cities, because the other one won't be able to have infantries early. I mean, they could be making tanks, no? Oh, I guess not that much. They don't have that much cash. You know, mechs are a little bit more expensive, so it is definitely delaying the deployment of tanks or just other light vehicles, which by now we'd already be seeing because this is high funds. If they were just making infantry, they'd be like, you know, saving a lot of money, and there'll already be like a few tanks on the map. But these mechs are a little bit more expensive. And there we have a recon and an artillery by JTQWN and a copter. Lots of vehicles. Okay, this mech is gonna go here. This infantry actually going here instead of this city. And this mech is kind of boldly walking over here. Also, I'm not sure about the recon buy. With all these mechs, like, what is the recon gonna shoot at? It's a Sami recon against Sami mechs. Like, it definitely. Yeah, I think that's why. But I do think that's probably why JTQWN bought the recon. It was to point at this city right here and try to interrupt it, and then sends the infantry and finishes the mech off. But you're probably gonna need something else to cover this, or else this is just gonna die. This mech can shoot at this infantry and bye bye. Okay, so Rip had an anti-air and another anti-air in the middle, an artillery, and now JTQWN's making another artillery and anti-air. No tanks. We just got recon, anti-air, and artilleries, and lots of mechs. And we get another recon from JTQWN, so probably pointing over here, maybe also over here, so as to stop this capture. It is a very expensive. Oof! Look at that, one shot. The mech one shots that infantry. It's a very expensive interrupt, sending the recon from a road like over here to interrupt the mech capturing. It's a 4K unit to delay. I mean, you do some damage to the mech and then you delay the capture by what? 1 turn? 2 turns? I don't know. The thing is, you need 2 vehicles. Like, you need 2 units to interrupt this capture. So I think this recon is mostly for this mech right here. And it's actually getting blocked by this T-copter. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, never mind. It does reach. We got the T-copter mech combo right here. And we're starting to see the usual like mess that mixed base maps do. Like Rips is sending over here, but over here because JTQWN is over here and over here. Like, just gotta look everywhere. And we got another T-copter and a copter and a black bolt by Rip and more mechs over here. Okay, so and this artillery is kind of pointing at this city. Let's see the JTQWN. It's gonna go for some cities. Has really skipped this capture right here, I guess. Rip as well. Just trying to rush some of the other cities. I wonder if JTQWN is gonna come here. I probably won't. I mean, there's no reason to because it's not even capturing. I think it might be just better off leaving it. This artillery is pointing at the city, so really stopping this mech from capturing. And we got a rocket by JTQWN. There's a lot of shows and stuff, so man, not bad. I guess it can go into this forest. Let's see. Oh, where did the recon go? Oh, it went over here. Okay. I guess kind of like blocking this tile so that the anti-air doesn't attack from there. A lot of captures. It definitely is slowing down the game. You know, the fact that they have to make mechs instead of infantry is slowing down a lot from your usual high funds match. There's just more foot soldiers, let's say, and not as many vehicles. Definitely not a lot of or any tech ups. We got another rocket. Oh, actually, JTQWN with a double rocket, and we got a rocket in response from Rip in the middle. I guess, I mean, artilleries are pretty decent to deal with mechs because mechs can't get in range of the artillery, but that is until Sammy gets the power. Then the mechs can blow up those artilleries in one shot. I think so. And so I guess the rockets is a nice buy because it really keeps the distance. You know, it's like those mechs can't. I don't think with a victory march can they even reach now because there's 4 movements. So yeah, no, they'd be 1 tile away to hit the rocket. So it's a really good way of like keeping those mechs away and maybe pointing at some cities, or maybe start a capture and cover that's capture with a rocket. Let's see. Got this anti-air blocking this city. Got this rocket moving in, kind of covering. They're really fighting for these 2 cities, which is really funny because they're so close. Like, it's really close from these 2 bases from Rip, but they're also really close from these 2 bases of JTQWN, as well from this one. I do think that this is gonna, like, these forces are gonna join, and it's gonna be a little bit too much for this, maybe for this area. But JTQWN does have a lot of forces over here. Oh wait, I missed. I just talk and I just keep clicking and I don't even see what's going on. This anti-air attacks this anti-air from a city, which is pretty decent. And also because there's a strike onto the mech, so it like really lowers the damage that it could do to the anti-air. And this rocket is just, it's not yet in position, let's say. I think it's covering this mech, but that's pretty much it. Oh, we got mechs everywhere. There's just so many mechs. We got a whole bunch of mechs over here. It does look like Rip is a little bit ahead on income because he does have this city, which JTQWN doesn't have over here. And there's one more, but I don't know which one it is. I mean, JTQWN does have this one, which Rip doesn't have yet, but he will get. I guess they're probably pretty even, except for this one city. That's the only difference that I see. Because the other ones are gonna get, like, JTQWN's gonna get this one, Rip is gonna get this one. Then there's these 2 right here, which will be these 2. Oh, I guess this. So JTQWN doesn't have this one, but pretty sure that this will be captured by this mech, which Rip does have over here. So there's like these 2 cities being contested, and these, this one and this 2. Black Bolt runs away, probably gonna bring more mechs. Rocket goes into this little city here position, really nice. Really gonna deny those 2 cities, I think, for a really long time. Mech takes out the recon, artillery, and yeah, just like pulling back over here. And also locking this city. So I think JTQWN can probably get this city, but not this one. I mean, there's a rocket, so I think maybe... Oh no, it's not in range. If it would reach here, it could point at the artillery, but no, it doesn't. Got some tanks. Yeah, there's no tech ups yet. Unless you consider rockets as a tech up, but I wouldn't... Not sure that I would consider rocket and tech up. I mean, it kind of is, but I don't know. I feel like tech up, the word tech up is usually used more for like medium tanks, neo tanks, mega tanks, bombers, fighters, that sort of stuff. Maybe even battleship and carrier, but I don't know. I feel like they're also they're a separate kind of thing because they're very stationary. So they both get these comm towers. JTQWN's gonna get this one over here. Rocket moving in. This is gonna be the big stare down of these rockets. Got another one over here. Oh, look at that. It could move to this little silo, which is nice. So now it does point at that artillery. And I got some just mechs thrown in there to cover and capture. I guess I'm not sure how much an artillery does to a mech with 2 towers, but you do need to drop it down to 3 because it is Sammy. So you need to drop it down to 3 to prevent the capture. We'll see if that does happen. And yeah, JTQWN is not gonna go for these cities because there's this rocket. There's just a little bit too much. Are you gonna make a new tank? Maybe a new tank? This is mega tank over here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so because there's a lot of mechs over here, and there's all the units from JTQWN from over here being invested over on this side. So kind of needs to compensate for the lack of units with just like the biggest unit that you can make. So the other thing is that there's also there's a lot of bases. No, you have 5 bases. Usually you have 4 mixed base, maybe 3, but usually it's 4. So 5 is an extra base. Another quacky element right there. So there's a lot of units. I didn't check the unit count limit, but it's probably pretty high due to that. They're already at like 40 something. I would assume that the unit limit is like 75 or 80 or something like really high up, because if not, you'd be reaching the limit really fast. So let's see if this gets broken. What is this black boat gonna do? Okay. Okay, just filling this area with mechs. Oh, look at that, the 2 starting infantry. They're going into the action. Here's the other one. And JTQWN, lost 1, and here are the other 2. We got copters, kind of like sending everything over here. Oh, look at that, that artillery one-shot that mech, so I guess he's gonna live this mech live. So JTQWN will get that city and this one. Okay. And pulling back. Gonna pull back from this mega tank for sure. Yeah, because you need a mega tank here probably to answer that. Maybe? No. Okay. Oh well. Okay. So JTQWN gets these 2 cities, which Rip hasn't gotten yet. Whoa, look at that. Boom, 1 shot. Those T-copters have been used as blockers so much this match. Even like this one. Oh no, it killed the mech. Okay, killed the mech. But yeah, lots of T-copters being used up as blockers. It's very funny. Another black boat also by Rip, and he's also using them as blockers. This mega tank is gonna go towards this side instead of over here. Why is it going to this side though? I feel like it could do more damage over here, because I don't think you can get these cities. This is literally right next to the base. So I feel like since you get these cities, you can kind of chill and like have the rockets just like kind of pull back and protect the cities from afar, and redivert these troops somewhere else where you can actually put them to use and get something. And JTQWN also starting these 2 captures in range of the rocket, kind of like telling Rip, okay, you can shoot at me, I will get one of them. We'll see. Lots of more mechs with TWs blocking. This tank is shooting at the mech. Okay. Really starting a fight over here by JTQWN. Pulling back from over here is like, okay, yeah, there's way too many mechs. If I fight here, then I'm just gonna lose everything to mechs. Because also look at, they got their power, so double time is on, and these mechs can move 3 tiles and just one shot pretty much anything that's not a medium tank or bigger. Okay, so I got a medium tank, which is a good response to mechs. Unless it gets bullied by many mechs by Sammy, so we'll see. I honestly haven't watched any of these games of this round, so everything is gonna be a surprise to me. and I'm very excited for it. I have no idea what's gonna go on. We got double time now by Rip. So, what are these mechs gonna do? Let's see. Anti-air coming in. Okay, killing a mech. Gonna bring that one down to 2, so Jitang is not gonna get that capture. Gonna attack some more mechs. Boom! That's a one shot. Well, I guess. Oh, that is also a one shot. Wow. Mech against mech. And another one. Wow. And then, oh, decides not to take out the infantry. Decides to take a mech. So just cleaned up a lot of mechs over here. And he's gonna bring a new batch. Oh, I guess just one mech. There's a 2 right here. This rocket is a little bit alone now. This black boat just, I don't know what it is blocking something. Maybe it could have gone here. I'm not sure why it went here. There's probably a reason for it, but I don't know. Gonna get some more mech attacks here. And so I guess this tank gets the strike onto the anti-air. Let's attack that mech. And then just a little more repositioning. Just sending all the air units down here by Rip. Just really trying to like collapse all of these units onto this area. So he'll for sure get these 2 cities now. And makes a mega tank. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because this mega tank, if not, is gonna go unanswered. You really need to answer a mega tank with your own mega tank. If you ever see a mega tank in high funds, I mean, you have 2 options. You either go where the mega tank isn't, but at a certain point in time, the mega tank will make it, because it takes forever, but at a certain point it will make it to where you don't want it to be, and you need to answer it with something. So the best answer is another mega tank. Mega tanks do a lot of damage to other mega tanks. I guess bombers are also good. It's like bomber neo tank. So you attack with a bomber first and then you kill it with a neo tank. With a power or something like with extra firepower, you can sometimes 2-shot it like that with bomber and neo tank if it's on a road. But if not, yeah, mega tank is always a pretty safe bet. They're so slow that it's easy to know where it's going and kind of predict ahead of time. So now it's JTQWN's turn, and after all that damage, it's like the victory march is almost loaded. So we'll see if we're gonna see a double time or victory march. It definitely was a lot of damage. If we look at the value, you got JTQWN down quite a bit of units, like 15 units, and then like 70 or 80,000 in value. Pretty much. It's quite a lot. That's what I wanted to say. And you're also fighting against someone with a power active, which is kind of like the usual problem that you have when there's that battle of who gets the power first. When you get it second, you're fighting onto someone that has extra stats, and that kind of sucks. You don't get to do as much damage as they did to you. But it depends. So we got this rocket shooting here. Are we going to see a victory march? I guess not. And this mega tank is like saw this other mega tank being built and was like, whoop! Actually, I'm gonna go. Whoa! Actually, this is like almost in range of this base. That's something. I'm gonna take out some mechs, but there's still quite a few alive, and we got the rockets and the artillery. Definitely think you need like a neo tank or something here. Or are you gonna make a mega tank to respond to this one? Let's see. Okay, tank, another lander, mech, and an anti-air. Okay, so Rip is gonna get these 2 cities, and he'll be up in income by 2k, which is only because JTQWN doesn't have this city right here. So it's pretty even. In a certain sense, I would give the edge to Rip just because of this brawling over here and over here was very successful. Like JTQWN is pretty low over here, but JTQWN does have a victory march charged up, so that can really change things in one turn. And also, like, Rip's advantage is not huge. It definitely has an advantage, but it's not game winning. It has a nice position, let's just say. But has to be very careful because at any point in time, JTQWN can go with a victory march and just flip everything. Also, the labs, no? Like, you gotta be careful. At least this one is pretty far away. No, wait. Rips are this one and this one. Yeah, they're very far away, so there's no threat of lab capping. So Rip got a shot at the rocket. It's gonna take out that city, so JTQWN's not gonna get it, and it's gonna finish out that rocket. Just bring more mechs with T-copters and blocking and artilleries and copters and everything. Just all of those mechs. And Black Boat just blocking. Mega tank coming into position. I assume that Rip would be planning on trying to capture these cities eventually, trying to get set up, because there's no mega tank here to defend from this one. I'm pretty sure he will be able to do that. He will be able to take these cities. He's definitely pressuring them, and this rocket doesn't do much damage to a mega tank. I think it does like, I don't know, 20%. So definitely not a lot. Okay, and makes a mega tank to defend from this mega tank right here. So yeah, good, because if not, this could be a little bit of a problem. But I don't know, this mega tank is not that scary. Because what is it gonna do right now? This is not really pressuring much, I think. I wonder if JTQWN is gonna use Victory March this turn. I mean, you could get this city. And that's about it. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Okay. Never mind. Okay, JTQWN uses Victory March. Okay, so you get this city. Is it maybe for the extra firepower here? I mean, definitely one-shots that. Takes that out. Okay, copped it down. Oof, is it at 2? Okay, gets that city. We're gonna take out that mech and one-shot that infantry and that mech. And oh, the rocket. Okay. Mega tank. I mean, it's gonna be covered by this mech. I'm gonna see. Oh, the copter is just out of range. Okay, nice. Okay. I wonder if maybe I know that JTQWN got this city. I think there must have been some 4 tile movements that the mechs did that would justify the victory march, but I feel like it would have been much better if it would have done more damage. I don't think it achieved that much, because now you have Rip with all that charge. Like, this is like literally a few hits and victory march. And can you capture anything? Yeah, you got this city right here, you got this one, you got this one, yeah, this one for sure. Maybe even this one with this mech if you're able to clear these two. I can capture this one right here, and I don't know, one of these. The thing is that Rip is getting a little bit overwhelmed. To be honest, it was a pretty decent attack by JTQWN, because look at all these troops right here by JTQWN, and Rip doesn't have too much over here. But I think he can kind of like send this back over here, which he definitely should. Like, may Victory March get these cities and send everything over here and defend from this like collapsing of armies, because everywhere else Rip is doing so good. So let's see. So take that out. Take some copters out, and that's probably enough charge to Victory March. Yep. So let's see what Rip decides to do. Goes for that city, goes for that one. That's 3 cities, 4 cities, 5 cities. Takes that out. Takes that out. And takes that out. And I get down. I think that was 6 cities. Oof. 7 cities. 8 cities. Oh. Wow. And 1 by capture. Wow. I guess there was a capture limit of 40 properties. It was like 40 against 25. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, that's kind of sad, because I think the match could definitely keep going. But you know, that's how it is. It was set up like that at 80 properties. 40 properties at the capture limit, and Rip saw that and got it. I wonder if he knew that there was that capture limit, because it was still going to be a really good turn, because he can also get this one, which would be like the 8th or 9th city flip. And that's huge. Like, the income difference is going to be 80k against 50. It's still a lot of income. That's why I say, like, it could keep going, but it's still a pretty big difference. And JTQWN is also not going to get any charge from any of this. I'm not sure if there was any other attacks that Rip could have gone for, but it was definitely looking really good for Rip. To think, like, consider that in the next turn it was going to be JTQWN's turn with 0 charge, and you would have to try to turn things around with no power and receiving just like half of what your opponent is receiving on income. I think you would probably try to do something over here and try to push over these spaces, but Rip can just make another mega tank here. I don't know, like 2 mega tanks here. And it would really like slow this down. This mega tank can shoot at this mega tank, but I don't think there's any way of taking out a mega tank from a base. Consider that it has the power on. There's this other mega tank to retaliate. You got the other one, so yeah, very tricky for sure. I think it was looking winning for Rip, and he got the win by capture limit. You always gotta be careful with that. Sammy, that's one of her win conditions. You know, the classic, oh, go for the HQ or lab capture. No, you can also go for the capture limit. It's definitely a win condition for her. You can just go, bah, 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 bah. You get all these cities and, you know, catch them off guard and get to the capture limit and get the win. So, congrats to Rip. And that was the last game for JTQWN in this tournament. So, JTQWN probably in like 4th of the 5, it's 4th in the list. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, we got our second match here, and it's gonna be Rip against deadfs. So this will be Rip's last match, if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna change a few colors. I'm gonna change deadfs to Blue Moon. Yeah, I like that. I like the brown desert against Blue Moon. Nice little contrast. And we got a CO change here. So Rip went with Sammy again, and deadfs went with Adder. So maybe we'll see something different. Maybe Adder can make better use of the vehicles with extra movement, neo tanks, medium tanks, you know, to counter like the mechs of Sammy. Maybe more air units. We'll see. So let's see. I'm going for the bases, of course. First, Rip is gonna do the same thing with this starting infantry. He's gonna go for this, probably for the city. Let's see what the deadfs decides to do. Okay, decides to go over here. Oh, look at that! Look at that nice little push for the mech. I think that's what JTQWN had done, or no, that's what Rip had done on the other match. But a little bit later on. Oh no, our mechs are looking the other way. There you go. So, yeah, gonna go for that city. More T-copters. This mag is gonna go over here. Another T-copter. This mag is gonna go probably for this one. Lots and lots of mechs. Gonna go for this airport right here. And I don't think deadfs is gonna be able to do that. Maybe next turn. Probably. I don't see why you would put the T-copter here if it wasn't for that. So yeah, going for this one. A lot of mechs. Let's see who makes the first vehicle. This infantry has the same movement like from Rip from the last match and this one, which makes sense. Remember, they play these like simultaneously, so they play this whole round, all those matches at the same time. And got an artillery here by Rip. There we go, going for the airport, kind of delaying it a bit. It's which is different to what Rip is doing. But maybe it's fine because you already have the airport, so I guess it's kind of fine to delay it. It's not like you're gonna be making double copter every turn, so it's probably fine. It's just the income. And this infantry is gonna go over here, which we already know the city is contested from the last match. So it's pretty smart to get it quickly and then try to defend it later on. Avoid from getting flipped. And so I guess I wonder what is gonna be the different approach here by Adder. Since we're no longer in a mirror, we're seeing copter, double recon, tank. So in this case, I guess the recon makes a little bit more sense than in the last match because they don't get the -10 attack that Sammy does. And they're gonna have 120 firepower, so not bad with the 2 towers. And actually this one can shoot here, so I think this is deadfs is planning to do this, the recon infantry, the same thing that JTQWN did. But I think Grip is gonna put a mech here probably. We got this one right here. Yeah, there you go. This one's gonna cover this one. Could probably, I mean, if you want, so you can have another one, maybe put it here, and so it can cover or go for this comp tower, something like that. Okay, never mind. And it's gonna cover here, and nice little pointing at the city and cover the artillery at the same time. Let's see if deadfs decides to go here for the little attack. Okay, decides to do so. Oh. Gets a shot here. This infantry, the starting infantry is gonna die. Well, it's not gonna die, it's gonna live. I mean, to be honest, it's not like these infantry have much use after the capture phase, because what are they gonna shoot at? Like, there aren't other infantry to shoot at. I guess, I mean, they can capture, and with Sammy, like, you get the extra movement, say like a victory march, maybe it could come in handy. But you're already having so many mechs, so it would only be for that, it would only be for capturing. So I got more light vehicles, tank, anti-air. I got an artillery here by deadfs. Oof. I think that wasn't a one hit KO because Rip is lacking the second comp tower. He's gonna interrupt here, and then he's gonna retreat, try to heal this guy up. And his artillery is gonna cover here. It's no longer pointing at this city, so probably the deadfs will get it. Maybe, we'll see. I always say the same thing. We'll see. But it's true. We will see. I have no idea. I haven't watched this match, so I don't know. I am watching it, and you know, for the first time, and maybe you are as well with me. You know, so we're in this together. Sartou's gonna point at the sea. This has been like the play all the time. Artillery pointing at the sea. Artillery pointing at the sea. Or artillery here behind this little river tile pointing at the city. We got a... Oh, didn't go for the artillery. They went for the mech. Okay. I guess as you're against Sammy, you want to just injure as many and take out as many of her units that are the ones that get affected by her powers. It's the classic, you know, you're against Sammy, take out all her infantry and mechs, and then her powers are useless. On the other hand, you know, Adder's power affects every unit, so it's like there isn't that aspect to it. But that tank is gonna, yeah, die. Okay, it is gonna die. But I'm not super sure about sending that anti-air there, because now it's gonna die and there's this copter here. We'll see. Probably, yeah, you make another anti-air. Makes sense. It's gonna finish off that recon. Again, the artillery went from here to here. Really trying really hard to stop that FS from getting these two cities right here. I wonder if the FS is going to try to go for this one, and I was going to say it might be hard for Rip to stop it, but there is copters coming, so it would mean that the FS would have to make anti-airs, maybe a missile, but probably not. Don't make missiles. And look at that, they're both going for double copters. So you got 5 bases and double copters. You got 7 units produced in one turn. Insane. So, oof, anti-air almost dead. And we're getting a side slip. Okay, so what is deadfs going to do? He's going to attack, obviously. Gets the extra movement to get this capture. Okay. Gets to finish that. Gets the extra to start that capture. It's gonna cover here. I guess the extra movement allows for these positions if they were somewhat useful. Wait, could this mech not reach? Okay, I mean it did, but there was this copter, so. But would the copter be able to stop it? Oh no, never mind, this is Adder, it's not Sammy, so yeah. And kind of pulling back from over here. Trying to regroup, maybe he's a little bit scared of a, you know, double time, crazy Sammy mechs. So finally Rip is gonna go for the second tower. It's taking a lot of time. And it's gonna go for a double time. So I'm gonna assume is to like take out some of these mechs. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, doesn't take it out. Takes that one out. Oof, almost. Oh, takes that one out. And that one. Which deadfs had just flipped. And now Rip is gonna get. But deadfs is flipping this one, so they're gonna be even in the city. It does feel like this part is like really strong, like for this player, just because you have the 2 base, this base, and double airport. Like you can just kind of like boom, converge everything there, and that's just so many units against just the 2 base. It's really hard for these bases to reinforce this base right here. It almost feels like the center 2 base is the weakest. Strange, huh? I always say the 2 base is the strong side in a mixed base, but in this one, because there's so many bases, it feels like this one is the weaker area. But It's more so because it has too many responsibilities, I feel like. Because you can send units over here, you can send units over here, contest these cities over here, or contest these cities, or over here. There's just like a lot for these two bases. And these two, not that much. Like this one just goes here, or here. This one goes here. And they can just pour in and like sync up and attack. And that's kind of what we're seeing from both players. We got Rip here, gathering like this, and deadfs did the same thing over here. So deadfs is gonna get down, and it's flipping down. Artillery shoot. And yeah, just decides not to go for any of these captures, but stays in range. Oh, I would have loved to have the anti-air somewhere here to then like start a capture. But maybe feels like he needs... Why do you need the anti-air on this side? I'm confused. I'm not sure why the anti-air is being sent this way. There's no copters. And there's this one, but it can't reach anything. And you have a lot of copters over here. That was him. A lot of anti-airs from deadfs over here. They are pretty... more anti-airs, more copters. Like, you know, against Sammy, who kind of breaks your usual composition. I guess different COs have different ideal comps. But Sammy is pretty special, no? She will have a lot of mechs and indirects. And that's pretty much it. Maybe if like, I don't know, anti-airs take out your air units, but mechs and indirects kind of do a lot. And so if you're playing against Sammy, you might end up like, so some of your best units against Sammy are gonna be copters because mechs don't do nothing to them, or indirects, so they're like a really good counter. And anti-airs, so copters and anti-airs, they can take out both mechs and indirects, and copters receive no damage from them. So Rip is gonna get the second tower. And flipping this one, gets this one. Hasn't gotten this one yet, but does have this one over here. And just pulling back over here. Made a black boat. Regrouping over here. All these mechs and artillery. We're like in a stage of, we were just in a brawl and now we're in like a consolidating army. Where will this take us? I don't know. There's a rocket built over here. I feel like rockets are the best built in these scenarios. When you pull back, you know, and just like, okay, I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna kind of stall or like regroup and see where I go. That's the best moment to make this kind of like a rocket. Maybe even artillery, you know? When you're in the middle of a brawl, I would not make an artillery. You usually want to have like tanks to just replenish the brawl. But that's at least me. I know other players don't do that, so. This rocket. Also, rockets are really good to counter artillery with their extra range. In a scenario like this, you can just like boop, move it 1 or 2 tiles and just start pointing at units. And if you have a good enough like block of army, then they have to have something else. It really stalls out the game, the rockets. But at the same time, you can also like spearhead forward with the rockets when they have this mass of units. I got a bomber by deadfs. I think it's our first tech up. If we don't consider rockets a tech up, this is our first tech up. I don't recall seeing any medium tanks, which I'm surprised because against Sammy you can make mega tanks, maybe neo tanks as well. It's like these light vehicles, they're good at like poking, maybe killing mechs, but they're also very fragile. They get taken out by mechs, so it's like a double sword kind of thing. Double sword, double edged sword. More anti-airs, all these copters floating here in the middle by Rip. They're at equal income, very similar unit count, unit value. Where is this going? We got a bomber here. Bomber. I mean, bombers are always great. Oh, we got a medium tank by Sammy. So I think Rip is playing very defensively here. Oh, we got a side slip. So we're definitely gonna see an attack here. But I'm not sure I see much of an attack. Okay, let's see. Okay. 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 Also sacking. And gets that kill. I think... Okay. Okay, block the medium tank. Is it maybe to like just have all these artillery here pointing at this base maybe? Okay, you got one there, another one here. This one is capturing, and this one is gonna be here pointing at the rocket as well. Is it enough though? There is a lot of units by Rip. There's a few more here for deadfs that are gonna reinforce these. Got the bomber. If this bomber would have been built one turn earlier and it would be here, it would be really good. But sometimes you don't have the time. Sometimes you have to have like not the best turn ever, but you know, just like a turn behind. Something happens. You see the time window, you see an opportunity, and you have to take it. I mean, there wasn't that many kills. I mean, there was like an anti-air and like a tank and a few mechs. So let's see what Rip does here. I wonder if he'll do a double time. There is one mech. Yeah, that's it. There's only one mech. So maybe that's why, because he went for the power, took out the mechs, and now there's only one mech that would be affected by the power. Maybe this one, but yeah, it's like there isn't much that Sammy can do here with her power. And yeah, I'm gonna assume Rip is not gonna use any power here. He's gonna attack, block, take that one out, and this frees up the medium tank. Okay, take that one out. Boom! And oof. Gonna take out that. No, almost. Just attack a bunch of copters everywhere. I wonder if we're gonna see a victory march. Look at that charge. But I don't think so. I mean, you have a lot of mechs here to be used, but nothing really much in range. I mean, you get this shot here. You can get like 3 properties, but it probably would not be worth it. I think he's gonna save it. Save it and have a better victory march. Like, try to do what deadfs is trying to do over here, but you know, to deadfs. With all these mechs, this with a victory march, clearly Rip has way more units than deadfs does. But there is this mega tank, which is a menace. There's only 3 artillery. There's a bomber, so it can get kind of injured, but it's gonna be a hassle to take it out. So let's see if oh, and makes a mega tank here, like you're not gonna take my base kind of thing. Let's see what deadfs can do here. Okay, gonna take out, almost take out that rocket. Yeah, they do 1-2 damage to the mega tank on a city, and it's gonna get a side slip again. Gets that extra movement. Okay. Okay, so really injures that anti-air and infantry. Texas mech. Really taking out and injuring all the foot soldiers from Rip over here, so that the powers won't do anything. But there's a lot here, so we'll see. There's this bomber now in position here to attack, and this anti-air can't reach even if everything is cleared out. There is a lot of units by deadfs here. I'm gonna make another mega tank, just like very defensive, just preparing. But at the same time, it means there's a little bit less investment into reinforcing over here. There's always that decision. Do I invest more into defending or do I invest more into attacking? In this scenario that we're in of like this like damage race or base race almost, you know, like sending everything here. See who can take out the other one's middle area faster. Or successfully, because maybe one fails to do it. So it's tricky. It's a tricky balance. Okay, the tank goes down. The mega tank is free. Oof. It's really nice finds by Rip here. Need some heals, take out that artillery. And now no indirects are pointing at these two, the medium tank and mega tank. Makes another mega tank. Sheesh. And just, yeah, sends everything. And okay, this is what we wanted to see. Victory march over here. One shot? No. Oh, okay, so it's definitely not there's no chance of one hit KOing. I guess because the power is on. But that's it then. That's these 4 strikes and this city flip. I mean, probably get these 2. And that's about it. Yep. I mean, I'm sure that's not what Rip would have wanted, ideally. But it is what it is. They're still very similar. Unit count, unit value, income lead even. I guess now the thing is, it looks like Rip has successfully defended here. There is only 1 artillery left, and there is this bomber, but there are 2 anti-airs. I don't know, we'll have to see. Unless deadfs is able to take out both anti-airs? Can he? Maybe with a side slip. I think that's probably what he's gonna try to do. Because if you take both anti-airs, then the bomber can attack. Maybe you take a lot of units and then you leave the mega tanks kind of alone. Gets to flip that city. Okay, does get the side slip. And yeah, we're gonna take out that anti-air rocket. Yep. Artillery. Okay. Nice little breakthrough here. Probably bomber. Tank bomber maybe. Oh, okay. Takes out the T-copter. That one. Oh, okay. Tank from here and bomber from over here. Takes that out. And then the center doesn't reach. So probably this copter. Oh, blocking. Okay. I thought maybe copter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no. If only the center could sit here and the copter would attack there. But I don't think that Rip can take out this copter though, because oof, so annoying. Look at all these blockers. That was like, okay, you have 3 black bolts. What is this puzzle? You have like these units are within these units that are within these, and like yeah, everything is like trapped with each other. Like they're all like mixed everywhere. That's really funny. So I don't think that Rip can take this copter out, because you would need two tiles, because you would need 2 copters to take it out. And you can't take out this bomber unless you can take out these. Like you move this black bolt, you take these 2 out, and then you attack with 1 copter here and the other one over here, and then you free up the base. And wow, Rip resigns. I was not expecting that, but I think I can definitely see why. It was getting really annoying here. There was a lack of units. So there's 2 things going at the same time, right? We have this scenario right here and this scenario right here. Because like everything on the sides is pretty similar. Usually, you have these little fights on the sides and they steal a few cities, but there's not much of it really. Income-wise, they're pretty similar. The thing is that here, deadfs is able to really take out a lot of the units, and there's just a lot of units coming. You have 2-3 bases and the airport supporting here. This bomber is gonna be alive. I think you can definitely do what I was just saying of take out this guy, you take out this guy, and then you take out the copter with the 2 copters, and then you make, the thing is, what do you make? Do you make a mega tank? If you make a mega tank here, you'll have no answer to the bomber. Like you need anti-airs pretty much. There isn't enough units. Like this anti-air is gonna live. There's still gonna be this copter alive and this one. So these copters are eventually going to die. These 3 copters are right here, and it's gonna take forever to reinforce. And we'll probably be better off sending these copters to this area instead. So air units are really annoying. Maybe make a cruiser. I don't know. Imagine. Nah, because it would die to a bomber. And so you have T-copters and everything being really annoying. I think it kind of forces the mega tanks to shoot at lighter vehicles and stuff of like less value just to save the base. It kind of prolongs maybe the inevitable. Maybe there was a way to kind of claw out of this, but at the same time over here, I wouldn't say it was looking great for Rip because there's no more power. So there is no more Victory March thread or double time thread. I guess you could try to charge for it, but the biggest thing is the Victory March, not especially in this scenario of base rushing, because if you're able to clear a base, then you just touch the base and it's yours. You don't even have to capture and then wait or whatever. And without that, it's gonna be really a struggle. And it's hard to answer these mega tanks. I think there's these 5 artillery, but it's kind of tricky to answer mega tanks with artillery. If you've tried before, you'll know that it's really tricky. Like mega tank has 1 more range, has 4 movement, so it can easily point at the artillery. It is adder also, so there's like this constant +1 movement. Walling against it is really hard because anything can get one shot. Like the anti-airs will one shot the mechs. You can one shot a tank with a mega tank, and then you start boom, 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 boom. And even if you have 4 artilleries, like you need like 4 or 5 artillery shots just to take out 1 mega tank. And like that's great, you take out a mega tank, but you're still using like 4 or 5 units just to take out 1. So you used 5 attacks to take out 1 unit. The next turn they're gonna attack back, and it might not look very good. So I understand why Rip resigns here. Feels like it'd be really hard. Probably doesn't seem. Probably didn't think that he could push here. There's so many mega tanks, and there's definitely not an attack that he could do over here this turn. At least not without a big counter attack. And it would just like keep making more anti-airs. Maybe 1 more mega tank, and like that's it. But these 3 are just probably enough. Just keep making more anti-airs and stuff. Maybe make a rocket, I don't know. But deadfs could, as he comfortably holds onto this area, he can start investing more. Like look, triple artillery and like from before as well, and more copters. There's already enough mechs maybe to start capture, so there's a lot of them. So yeah, complicated. GG's to deadfs. I'm gonna update this little thing because this means that we're down to our last match. So we had who was it? JTQWN against Rip, lost, and Rip won. And then deadfs just won against Rip, and Rip lost against deadfs. So that leaves us with our last match, which is deadfs against Sif. And what is interesting is that it's a very deciding match, because if deadfs wins, that means he has 4 wins and he wins everything. But if Sif wins, then he gets the 3rd win, and it'd be a 3-way tie between Sif, Rip, and deadfs. And there are some tiebreakers, but I don't remember them. So We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, we got our last match. The last match of the Quack Cup 1. This match will determine the winner of the Quack Cup 1. Whew. Important match. And what's crazier is that there's no Sammy in this match. We have deadfs with Adder and Sif with Grit. So very interesting for sure. Let's see. I'm gonna change some colors. I think I'm gonna make, so I got deadfs in red and Sif in black. Maybe it's not very thematic. I'm just gonna start hard with a match. Maybe it's not very thematic because we got the black hole CO with the red with the orange star color, and we got the blue moon CO with the black hole, kind of inverted, but not really because it's orange star. But still funny that the black hole is Grit and orange star is Adder. For those that really like to have their COs or their colors match the COs from the original games, I apologize. I ask for forgiveness. Wait, I need to change the directions because this is not right. There you go. Okay. So, again, this is gonna be very different. We have Grit in this match. So, I'm gonna assume a lot of artillery. And maybe it makes sense because there's a lot of bases. Remember, there's a lot of units. And we've seen a lot of artillery being used in the past 2 matches. So definitely there is room for the artillery play for Grit. Maybe missiles, maybe rockets, but definitely artillery. Especially when we've seen the classic here that kind of joins here and tries to attack the middle. Probably a lot of artillery over here as well. There's all this chokiness. So we'll see. Again, we got all the mechs. We got artillery from deadfs, artillery from Sif in the middle. And we got a recon by deadfs here. We don't have any more Sammy, so this is gonna happen again. The recon infantry. And I'm gonna assume this mech is gonna go here. Oh, actually, it's Sif's turn, so never mind. Yeah. We got another artillery here for Grit. We're getting our double airports on both sides. We're shipping some mechs over here to capture. We're gonna shoot at this city. Take out that infantry. And this recon is being kind of annoying over here. Bring at these cities. I'm not gonna lie, the black hole is kind of confusing me. Maybe ever since I made that Tesla video, I think I might change them. I'm just gonna use some of the newer colors. I like these colors. Okay, let's just do that. And so we have Sif here in the amber blaze with artilleries, the Grit artilleries, and we got deadfs with the purple lightning Adder. I'm not sure why deadfs made an artillery against Grit, but oh well. I mean, you got this one is already pointing at this one. It did work here, it did kill this one. I mean, oh no, this is Sif, never mind. So yeah, boom, got shot. This artillery got one shot here, and now it's kind of dead. And we got a rocket. We got a rocket for Grit. And it's recon. We're gonna interrupt that comm tower. It is out of range of this artillery, and yeah, nothing can really defend it. Then this one. These artillery, these Grit artilleries, like this one was pointing at that Grit This grid artillery was pointing at that artillery and is also locking this city right here. Like, this is a really comfy position. That's crazy. If it weren't grid, you would have to be here, no? Like, this is super nice. This rocket can also probably move 2, 4, 5, and you're locking both cities? Wow. So let's see what deadfs can do against grid's insane indirects. I do have to say that grid is pretty bad. Oh, look at that. Boom. Grid is usually pretty bad in high fronts, but it kind of depends. Sometimes he's tier 4, sometimes he's tier 3. Really depends on the map. And I've heard that on certain like very heavy naval maps that grid does pretty well, and he's considered like tier 2, I think. But apparently here he was considered tier 4 along with Adder and Sammy. So yeah, we got this artillery and rocket pointing at these two cities. Look at that. Boom. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't know why always the replay viewer has the wrong range for the rockets. The artillery, oh, even the artillery, no, it's 2, 4. Yeah, it's not 5. So it's just adding a +1 as if it were like the power on. I'm just gonna have to visually count. No, this rocket is doing 2, 4, 6. Covers all this. And the artillery also does 2, 4. We got an APC also for Sif over here. Probably to push some mechs. deadfs is gonna get this city. It's gonna stop the comm tower and kind of interrupt here, just sacrificing Recon. Gets the extra movement to get this capture, and 2, 4, 6, 7 gets that attack, and that one, and gets to start the capture. Nice use of the +1 movement. Is it enough? As I always say, we'll see. But yeah, you probably want to stay away from these two cities. This is just a bit too much. It is kind of looking like... Well, I was gonna say it's looking like we're entering that second stage or final stage that we saw in the last match already, like grouping up here to push towards the middle, but deadfs is kind of sending a lot of stuff here towards this side. Maybe to try to contest this area and make Sif not get this counter. So Sif goes in with these anti-airs, attacks some mechs, gets a shot here, gets these two cities very comfortably, and it's gonna get snipe attack. What will this do? I mean, you get the extra range here, right? So the artillery can't shoot, but the rocket can. Yeah, that's the correct range. Boom! Shoots at the recon. Shoots at that mech. And I think that's it. Is there anything else? Nah, that's it. I'm not sure if it was that good of a power. Like, you took out our recon, and that was it. I feel like maybe not use that power. Just hold it. Oh well. deadfs is gonna interrupt here. Just gonna attack this mech right here. Just using the recons to like damage the mechs. And take out this infantry. And there. Just out of range of these artillery, except for this recon is gonna die. And we get a side slip. Ooh, gets a hit on the rocket. Ouch. I feel like this, like instead of a power, you could have left the artillery here and bring this new one that came here, and then like the rocket is still safe. But maybe it was to avoid like the double like tank and recon attacking like both artilleries. Now it's a little tiny attack here. Both anti-airs are dead, but Sif did make another one. And good, because there's a lot of copters coming. I think it's funny, we've seen double copter buys pretty often during these matches. Get that shot there, and that one there, and that one to interrupt that. And interrupt that flip. There's a lot of mech shots. This copter, very unanswered. It's gonna do whatever it wants. And there's two more of them. I got a battleship. Our first sort of tech up. Our first expensive unit, let's say. And we're gonna start a capture here, a city flip. And this battleship, I mean, there's nothing really to contest it. It's probably gonna get a lot of shots out. We'll see. There's not a lot of like healthy units from Sif, especially if you sack a copter like that. That is 100% to get charged. There's definitely a side slip that he's looking for. Okay. Let me sack a few more. Gonna get some kills. Another copter sack. Okay, and get side slip. Oof, this better be worth it. Let's see, is it worth it? We get that kill there. Okay, I'm gonna start these two captures. And the comm tower. And that would be nice for Header, having 3 towers versus 1 for grid. And then this tank makes it all the way from the base, takes that out. And that mech, and that artillery. Ooh, we can take out this artillery as well. Oof. And then injure the rocket. Okay, this was a pretty good side slip turn. Yeah, it takes out this anti-air. And... oof. It's gonna block this anti-air from doing what? 2, 4, 6. I don't know, maybe from shooting the mech. And kind of block, just be annoying here with the T-copters. Interrupt this capture. Okay, I gotta say that was a pretty decent side slip turn. It did give Sif full charge of the super, but he was able to take out like 2 or 3 artilleries over here. Just a lot of units from this, the 2 base. And as we saw before, it's kind of like the weaker area, because you don't make as many units as they're able to make. And you do have this battleship, but there's just a lot of units. And you need to deal with the copters, with the air units, so you need to make anti-airs. But if you're making anti-airs, then, like, why did you pick Grit? No, like, he gets minus 20 firepower. So we're getting a snipe attack. Let's see what this power can do from Grit, if it can salvage this position a little bit. Artillery gets that shot. And we get that KO there. We get a city flip. There's still equal income. I'm gonna start this capture. At the same time, deadfs doesn't have a lot of units here. Has been really diverting everything over here and over here to pressure different areas. I feel like so as to force Sif to divert forces and not do the push onto the base here. Because if deadfs tries to fight here, and it's just gonna create a big stall of units, and I think he's probably happier with having multiple fronts separately and just diverting the troops from grid, not letting grid really amass units in one place to push your base. And I think that's it. That's all the shots that grid is gonna be able to get. Oh, there's one more right there. And okay, took out the T-copter. Makes a mega tank, which doesn't have much of an answer. I guess this copter makes an anti-air. So, pretty decent turn, I think, in response. And he still has the charge left for another power after a few engagements next turn. So, really even. We got a really even match here. Let's see. let's look at the position. So deadfs has no units here except the 2 that are just built. Does have a few units here, but should probably pull back. I guess you can shoot at this right too. It doesn't hurt to take it out. But otherwise, yeah, there's anti-air, so this copter shouldn't really attack. You can probably attack with this medium tank here. Definitely not interrupt that capture. And yeah, it's looking tricky. I think you do have this bomber to answer this medium tank, but it's gonna take a little bit. So maybe a little bit of a regrouping. So let's see what deadfs does. So yeah, get a shot onto that artillery. Take that guy out. Okay, take out the T-copter, not sure why. Is this for charge? Is there a side slip coming? No, because if not, that wouldn't, he wouldn't have moved that. I'm not sure why the anti-air onto the T-copter in range of these 2 mechs. But oh well. And we're gonna start these 2 captures right here, right in front of the base, and bring some more mechs. And bye goes a rocket. Finally, this finally enables deadfs to start the capture of these 2 cities right here. And yeah, that's it. So no side slip. And yeah, just took a shot here and kind of regroup. Just moved the medium tank, made another one. Just trying to. We've gotten to that stage. Inevitably, we've gotten to that stage again. Well, although with a little bit more brawling on the sides over here and here. But it is looking like it's pouring down into the middle here and same here. And with this battleship, it's going to be. This battleship is going to give deadfs a really hard time to push. But this bomber can do some work on that battleship, so we'll see. Also the copters, they do pretty good damage. Oh, but there are no copters, there's these 2 right here. So, just cleaning up a few units over here, probably gonna clean up these. I'll probably take out the center. Okay. Oh, okay, with the battleship. 2, 4, 6, 7. I mean, I guess you could have maybe shot at this one. Oof. Oh yeah, because this artillery is pointing at this base with a power. It's 2, 4, 5. And it does 5 damage. And okay, it's gonna really wants that com tower. Maybe another medium tank? Or a mega tank or something like that? I think probably a medium tank. Because if you make an anti-air, it's gonna die to these mechs. And just gonna bring everything slowly. Okay, yeah, another medium tank and an anti-air back here. So yeah, we're back at that stage. Defend, attack. And for deadfs, attack, defend. There's so few units for deadfs though. Oh my god. deadfs is doing it again. He's sacking a copter to get charged. Wait, but you already have. Are you going for the super? Oh my god, is he going for a super? It looks like deadfs is gonna go for a super. Needs a little bit more. Gets the sidewinder. What? What are you getting with a sidewinder? I mean, okay. There was no extra movement there. That was down 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so no need there. Maybe for that one. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so this one didn't need the sidewinder. Boom, takes out that anti-air. At the same time, gets this kill here. It's gonna sack that mech and injure that guy. This tank probably had 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. And that one for sure. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. And this one. Boom. Gets that kill, probably attack with the tank on, yeah, to artillery. Boom. Gets that shot there. And gets a kill. And shoots at the, oh, gets the kill. Nice. And it's gonna sit on the base with a T-copter and bring units. Wow. So it's like you make the deadfs is like, okay, you made a medium tank here so as to defend this base, and kind of like had everything here, no, and battleship behind defending, and you know, more chill, made the anti-air on the back one because it was more safe so as to have more anti-airs and defend. And then was like, okay, I can't take out your medium tank, but I can take your anti-air with my sidewinder. What? Okay, so let's see what Sif does now. It's gonna take that out. You gotta save that base. I mean, can you? Could this copter maybe? I'm not sure. No, because Squid has the minus firepower. I don't think you get. I don't think this would kill the T-copter because there's also the plus 10. You have to like kill this tank with the battleship and then put the copter. Oh, but I don't know if it kills. Okay, battleship decides to shoot at that, take it out. And we're gonna make a mega tank here to avoid getting the base overrun. I mean, this one is technically overrun, but it's blocked. I think it can get shot down though by like 2 medium tanks, something like that. We got a fighter too. There's this mega tank here. There's a lot of artillery from Sif, so, and they're all pointing at this base. You got 1, 2 pointing at the base, and then you got this one with a power, and a few more coming in. So, what is Sif gonna do now? He blocked that base. Can you capture that base though? Can you hold this position? There is this mega tank here. So we're gonna take out the anti, which is the last answer to the air units. This is gonna mean that this bomber is gonna be like unkillable. Ooh, gonna get 2 shots on the battleship. And bomber does 3 damage. And I guess you can just start capturing everything else. Like you start capturing the city and this one, just capture everything else. You eventually are gonna take out this battleship, and you can capture these 2 and slowly take this guy out with bombers. And yeah, I think this is completely overrun. Without anti-airs from Sif here, or something to take out these air units, it's gone. This is why air units are so good. They're so good for your composition to overrun bases. They're insane blockers. If you don't have something that can shoot at them, you're done. Snipe attack. Will this unlock the space? I don't think so. I think you need 1 more. That doesn't go down. So we got 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. Yeah, it's not enough. I think you need 2 more. Battleship. Boom. Okay, so it frees up the base. So okay, Interrupts makes another mega tank, because that's pretty much all you can do. Because if you make an anti-air, it dies. And just reposition, and that's it. And bring a fighter. Okay, so this fighter, this could actually be really good. This could take out the copters or take out the bombers. There is an anti-air here for deadfs, so really good by him to make it already, have it in position for when the fighter arrives. That's gonna be super important. deadfs finally gets one of these 2 cities. Gets to flip this one. It's gonna start this one. Probably gonna get it. And we're gonna shoot a few things. side slip or no side slip? Ooh, the bomber. Oh, yeah, that battleship is gone. I think, yeah, the copter is gone, and now you have a side slip. That's for the mega tank to reach this artillery. And bomber takes out the medium tank. And we're just gonna block this medium tank in. Point at it with this artillery. Block the port, yeah. And kinda surround and just like amass everything here. Kind of split the medium tanks off from these units over here. And makes his own battleship. I guess kind of like, okay, yeah, and makes a mech. It's like, okay, yeah, that base is done. But if I can't have it, then you're not gonna have it either. I'm gonna have my battleship pointing at it. At this point, it's looking really bad for Sif. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this position is unsalvageable for Sif. Like you need more. You would need another fighter, or you just need more units to defend from this. There's just way too many units, and there's more units for deadfs here defending, so it's gonna be really rough for Sif to try to take this out. There's like 2 mega tanks. Nothing is in range of the artilleries except these, but yeah, really tricky. We'll see. Gets some shots and resigns. GG. And with that, we finished the Quack Cup 1. With the winner, deadfs, had the 3 wins, and with this one, it gets the 4th one. So officially, is the winner of the Quack Cup number 1, Division 1, of course. So yeah, congrats to deadfs for getting the like, what do you call it? The cup, the title, whatever, like number 1 of the Quack Cup 1, the champion of the Quack Cup number. I wanted to go over this match, so yeah, it definitely is losing. It's looking very losing for Sif, because you get the base, but you're not gonna be able to capture it. You're gonna get this battleship shooting at you, and it's not like Sif can put these artilleries in range to contest the battleship, because there's still a few units from deadfs. You got these 2 medium tanks and 2 mega tanks, which you can only get 1 shot here with this artillery right here. So they're still kind of threaten and menace and like not let Sif position very comfortably to try to take out the battleship. So it looks like Sif would need a bunch more turns to defend. But the thing is that Sif doesn't have a bunch more turns, because this is done. Like this area is done. And all of these bombers and copters, they're all just gonna fly back over here, support this defense, and that's GG. Like, this is gonna push back the whole attack from Sif, make it impossible to push this way, and then deadfs can close it out by, I don't know, capturing this lab, and well, maybe this one's kind of hard, but yeah, pretty much make it impossible for Sif to win and getting the win. So there you have it. That's the Quack Cup 1. The finals. We got the round 1, we got the round 2, and we got the winner. We got deadfs. I guess if you want to know position wise, let's see, deadfs got the win here and Sif 0. So we got number 1, we got deadfs, and then number 2 we have Rip, and number 3 we got Sif, and then number 4 JTQWN, and number 5 with just all booted data shifter. So congrats to the players. Thank you to the players as well for giving us these amazingly fun matches to watch. There's definitely a lot that went on, all these maps and the crazy setups and the no infantry, just mechs and different COs. I think it was really nice to have a few mirrors, but have others that weren't mirrors. Like, we saw a lot of CO variety and the different unit compositions that the different COs would have. And thank you to the tourney organizers. I'm tired. It's late. Can barely talk anymore. But yeah, thank you to the tourney organizers and the players, and thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support, and appreciate all of you watching. And I think I'm just gonna close it out there. And I'm gonna head to bed because I'm really tired. But I hope you really enjoyed it as much as I did. And there's quite a bit more. This is just one Quack Cup. There's 2 more Quack Cups. So if you like the Quack Cups, let me know. This one was the high funds. There's like the standard and the fog one. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you liked the video. Bye bye.